Hi, my name is Erica Penrod, and we are presenting our oral report for our HS 480 International Health Project. I am a senior in my last semester. I live in Logan, Utah, and I am a public health major.
Hi, my name is Nicole Strother, and I am also a public health major, and this is my last semester, and I live in Provo, Utah.
Hi, my name is Gabriella Carollo. Right now I'm living in Pocatello, Idaho, and I'm a junior, just finishing up my last year studying public health with an emphasis in health education and promotion.
Hi, I'm Deborah Kadelka Beavers, and I'm in Prescott, Arizona. My major is healthcare administration, and this is also my last semester.
All right, we will present our project now. Okay, take it away, Gabby.
All right, so we kind of want to start off by introducing the area and the issue that we're talking about. We're going to be discussing Kofi, Kwei, Ghana, and the malaria issue that they have there. So malaria is a disease that covers a lot of different parts of the world, especially where it's humid, hot and humid, because that's where mosquitoes can thrive and where also the malarial parasites can mature and affect people. It is spread through the blood. So when a mosquito is affected by malarial parasites and then bites a human, the parasites enter the bloodstream, and as a result, the person can suffer from fatigue and chills, nausea, and headaches, and they can become very sick. People with lowered immune systems, like pregnant people or young children, are the ones that are most at risk for developing complications and even dying. A lot of kids who survive from malaria after they've had it, a lot of times are left maybe with mental disabilities, or they might suffer from seizures or that sort of thing. And so the biggest spread of malaria is in sub-Saharan Africa, and Ghana is a part of that population. And so we wanted to focus on those people that are most susceptible, children and pregnant women, and focusing on getting an intervention to them to help them stop or become less likely to get malaria.
So our research found these top 3 viable solutions to malaria problem for Kofi Kwei. First was educational material. And educational material is always important as it helps to instruct individuals on how malaria is carried, what the effects are, and how to avoid exposure. It can be written in their native language, show pictures, and help dispel superstitions and myths. Pamphlets can even be written such that children can learn from it. Educational materials can also address in a non-threatening manner where gender issues are, such as having only women retrieve water from local springs and rivers, especially during pregnancy. These pamphlets can also address simple abatement solutions, such as the importance of good drainage around the home and minimize any standing water where mosquitoes can breed. Another solution was mosquito repellent plants. Plants such as citronella, lantana, rosemary, and thyme have been found to be effective when planted around doors and window openings to repel mosquitoes from entering into the home. It is thought that the strong smell from these plants masks the scent of the human host that mosquitoes are attracted to. These hardy plants also once established, require no maintenance and no additional costs. And according to the plant hardiness zone map, all of these plants could thrive in Ghana. And our third solution is insecticide-treated nets. Insecticide-treated Bed nets, or ITNS, are a form of personal protection that has been shown to reduce malaria illness, severe disease, and death due to malaria in endemic regions. In community-wide trials in several African settings, ITNS have been shown to reduce the death of children under 5 from all causes by about 20%, according to the CDC. Only pyrethroid insecticides are approved for use on ITNS. These insecticides have been shown to pose very low health risk to humans and other mammals, but are toxic to insects and kill them even at very low doses. Pyrethroids do not rapidly break down unless washed or exposed to sunlight. And several companies have developed long-lasting insecticide-treated nets called LLINS that maintain effective levels of insecticide for at least 3 years, even after repeated washing.
So as we looked at these potential solutions, we ran into some barriers. The first being the geographic location of Kofi. If you see on this map, in very southern Ghana, you see the capital, Accra. Kofi is located closest to that out of all the big cities, but it is still a very rural, remote, and isolated location. They don't have great infrastructure as far as roads and transportation to and from the village. So getting anything, printed materials, seeds, plants, nets, anything, it's difficult to get it to them. Another barrier is just the culture. The local beliefs in this area are very much driven by superstition and tradition and customs. When Western medicine has come into this area, the people are very suspicious of it. They're not likely to go to the Western doctor, even though they don't have a much better alternative for many of these issues. We also ran into, as we researched individually the solutions, printed literature is highly regulated by the government. Anything they considered to be scandalous or against their government is subject to, is completely prohibited, and everything is subject to inspection and authorization, which at the very least would create a delay in getting it there and could very easily not allow our printed materials into the country. We also found a similar problem with plant materials, including seeds. They're highly regulated, and if you do get permission, you've got to pay for highly regulated and expensive permits to get any kind of plant material into the country. Shipping nets, the bed nets into the country is also expensive and regulated due to a smuggling trade. But we decided that this was our best option if we could send money into the country for the nets to be purchased within Ghana. Ghana has tried a nationwide malaria control program, but they have run into problems with funding and other issues. So the country is definitely open to malaria prevention, but as mentioned before, all of the methods we've looked at are a little bit complicated to bring anything into the country. So that's what we had to deal with as far as barriers.
So, just in conclusion, so after we went through all the solutions of what we wanted to do and then going up against the barriers and what we had to get over, we came to the conclusion that we would put our focus mostly on the insecticide-treated bed nets. So our goal is to get these nets to the village as soon as possible. And after some research we did, we found that we can purchase these nets for about $2, and we found that each bed could hold up to about 2 people. So like we mentioned before, this village is under 2,000 people. So we thought that we could minimize them to where 2 people could be able to use them. So in order to accomplish this, and after going through the barriers, we've made that purchasing these nets directly in Ghana would be the best option. And we've had some personal connections and direct contact with Laura Belk, And she is already trying to help this village out directly and is with other programs for this. But she has really helped us to have a better understanding of what this village needs directly. And she has helped us to understand what will be most successful and what will be worth putting our time into. So Laura has also helped us to understand some cost factors and leading into why it would be better and why we decided to purchasing these nets directly in Ghana would be the better way to go. So we plan to fund this project through church, work, school sources. So by running fundraisers, donation bins, kind of programs that would allow people in our community to come in and kind of donate to this program. And then we decided if we split the costs between us four and we all kind of did our own fundraising, that we would think that the money would actually come in pretty quick, considering the fact of how many nets we want and the cost factor of it. Overall, through this project, it's been very impactful on each of us, and we decided that we could get this together pretty quickly and continue to work towards it. And we've been wanting to continue to focus on the international project that we've been working on throughout the semester and try to implement it more throughout our communities.
So the last slide is some actual pictures of the children of the town in Kofi, Kwei, Ghana. And as it was stated, that we have all been touched by the fact that we can make a difference in this small community. And we found a quote out of 1 Nephi chapter 21, verse 25 that says, "For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children."
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.